Walk into any gun store in America, and you'll see the same wall. Remington, Winchester, Smith & Wesson. The big names, the heavy marketing budgets, the brands your salesman gets rewarded for pushing. But here's what that salesman won't tell you. The guys who actually carried rifles for a living, the veterans, the instructors, the men who bet their lives on a trigger pull, a lot of them walk right past that wall. They ask for brands most customers have never heard of. Read that again. The people with the most experience buy the rifles with the least marketing. Today, we're breaking down 5 rifle brands that gun stores barely stock, barely mention, and barely push, and why the people who know guns best refuse to buy anything else. Number 3 is made in a factory most Americans can't even pronounce, and it might be the best value in the entire rifle industry. Let's get into it. We start in Japan. Yes, Japan. Howa Machinery has been making rifles since before World War II. Today, their Model 1500 action is considered one of the smoothest factory actions money can buy. But here's the twist: most buyers never learn. If you've ever admired a Weatherby Vanguard, that rifle praised for its sub-MOA guarantee, you were admiring a Howa. Same factory, same barreled action, different name on the box. Weatherby charges more for the badge. Howa sells it without one. The 1500 comes with a 2-stage trigger that rifles twice its price can't match, a one-piece forged bolt, and a reputation for eating any ammunition you feed it. So why doesn't your gun store push it? Simple. Margins. Howa doesn't spend millions on billboards or sponsorships. They spend it on machining. And a rifle that doesn't advertise is a rifle the salesman doesn't mention. Veterans don't need the advertisement. They just need it to hit where they aim. Howa does. Now this one might surprise you. Savage isn't unknown. It's ignored. There's a difference. For decades, Savage carried a reputation as the budget brand, the rifle you bought when you couldn't afford a real one. Gun store employees would steer you towards something prettier, something with better wood, something with a bigger markup. Meanwhile, something strange kept happening at long-range competitions. Savage rifles kept winning. The secret is the AccuTrigger, a user-adjustable trigger Savage introduced back in 2003 that forced the entire industry to catch up. Combined with their barrel nut system, which allows factory head spacing so precise it rivals custom builds, Savage quietly built rifles that outshot guns costing 3 times more. Ask a military-trained precision shooter about the Savage 110. Watch their reaction. They won't laugh, they'll nod. Because accuracy doesn't care about your logo. Finland. A country of 5.5 million people. Endless forests, brutal winters, and a shooting culture where a rifle isn't a hobby. It's survival equipment. Tikka rifles are built by Sako in Riihimäki, Finland. And here's the part that should stop you cold. Tikka guarantees their T3X rifles will shoot 1-inch groups at 100 meters. From the factory, out of the box. No gunsmith, no upgrades. Most American brands won't put that promise in writing. The T3X action is so smooth that shooters describe it as glass on glass. The bolt lift is short, the trigger breaks clean. And in Arctic testing, when other rifles froze shut, Tikkas kept cycling. Veterans stationed in cold weather posts learned this the hard way. When the temperature drops to -30, marketing doesn't matter. Machining does. So why isn't it on the front rack? Because Tikka's importer doesn't flood stores with promotional cash. The rifle sits quietly in the back, while the men who know ask for it by name. Česká zbrojovka. Don't worry, nobody can pronounce it. Just say CZ, and watch every veteran in the room look up. The Czech Republic has been producing world-class firearms for over 100 years. Their military arms have seen service on nearly every continent, and their civilian rifles carry that same DNA. The CZ-457 is arguably the finest production rimfire rifle on the planet, a favorite of competition shooters who could afford anything. The CZ-600 series brings the same cold hammer-forged barrels to centerfire calibers at prices that embarrass the big American brands. Cold hammer forged. Remember that phrase. It's a barrel-making process so durable. Militaries specify it for machine guns, barrels designed to survive tens of thousands of rounds. CZ puts them on hunting rifles. Your gun store would rather sell you a button-rifled barrel with a famous name. The veteran behind you in line is buying the CZ.